Hi everyone, welcome back Asia Academy. If you are watching the first time this YouTube channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon, and whenever I upload the video, you will get the notification that video. Okay, this week we will deploy one application, serverless application app. Okay, this week, if user has been filling the details in the front end, it automatically stored to the backend database in MongoDB. Entirely, I am using the serverless app with front end and API gateway and Lambda and database. My backend is API. My backend, I am using the Lambda. Okay, now I will explain the architecture. You will get the more clarity. Okay, now I will explain the case structure. Why I am deploying this project. What is the uses of this project? Why you want to see this video? Okay, this is my portfolio website. If you go down, see here, send the message. If you anyone has sending the if suppose if this portfolio my recruiter has taken and just send any message, like if I am sending the normal message. Oh, see, I send the message. Thank you for your message. You will get the within 24 hours. We will respond. So like if you get the message, like send the message. Like everyone has their portfolios or their websites, whatever. Take any websites. Like user has filling the details. Name what kind of the websites. Every like we're taking the hard coded. Like everything is hard coded. If they're sending messages, there is no way how to see that messages. That's why I'm building this application. If user has sent the details, it automatically stored to the MongoDB. You can go and check it. Like now I will explain the architecture. See, if user has filling the details, it will get the post request to the API gateway, and the front end send the any post request to the API gateway. It automatically trigger the AWS Lambda function, and API gateway Lambda triggered, and which handles the all backend code, and the lambda save the data to the MongoDB. If that triggers, it automatically store the data here, like 400 bad request and 400 good request. If it is success, it will send, okay, your message is successfully stored in the database. You will get the message like this. Now I will explain the user journey. Suppose if the one user has submitted the form in the front end, the front ends send the post request to the API gateway, and API gateway trigger the Lambda function which handles the all backend code, and the Lambda save the data to the MongoDB, and the Lambda send the success or error message through the API to the front end. I hope you got the idea like what today I am building using the AWS Lambda. I am using the AWS Lambda for my project to validate user input and save the data to the MongoDB and API gateway and get request and port request. I'm using the REST API full API request and MongoDB to store the details. This is the GitHub repository. This is the GitHub repository. I already pushed the entire code. Well, let us start the process. First, we have to create the MongoDB table. You're stuck anywhere, this is my blog. After this video, I published and I will give the links in the description, and meanwhile, I will give you here. And if you're watching the first time my YouTube channel, go and subscribe it and create a table. And table name is Ashwant because my backend code, I table name, my given name is Ashwant. And choose type email and create a table. And next, create one IAM role and give me the administration full access to the Lambda function. If you don't know how to create, I will show you. Just create it like this. Uh, Table is created. Now we can open the table. This is the table. Now create the IAM role. Go to the roles and Create a role, select Lambda, click next, give administration full access, and next, and type any name and create a role. In my case, I already created the Lambda role. That's why I am not creating. That's why directly now I am going to the Lambda. Go to the Lambda, create one Lambda function for the backend code. My code is entirely in Python language. That's why I'm creating Python only. Okay. Create a function. The name is I'm choosing like my table name Ashwant, and going for my code is Python, and that's why I'm choosing choose our Lambda function. Well, okay, and create a function. Okay, go to the configurations. Here the timeout is 0.3 seconds. Now you can change it to the 15 seconds, 15 minutes, and save it. And coming to the code, I already given my GitHub. I will give the GitHub repository. And go to the Lambda function. This is the backend code. Copy this one. I will explain the code now. See, import JSON file, import OS, import 43 in the Lambda. I am giving here API gateway requests. It's a status code is 500. If get the 500 means entire the code is successed. And here I am going to get method. Get method it's connected to the HTML file. In the HTML file, I have written some front-end user details, mail ID, human. That's why if user anything sent, it will get the request. If everything is good, it will get the 500 request. It will get the success message. And post method, I'm giving this success HTML file. In that file, I am small message like your form is filled, and if everything is good it will get the 500 request, and it everything is done. This is the database details. I in the database, and I created the table in Ashwant. That's why it's if you want to change the database name, simply you can change the name whatever you want to create the database, you can change it. Now you can copy this one, just replace it here. Now here create a one front end and index.html. Index.html, go to the index.html, copy the code. I am explaining now. Index.html. These are the CSS colors I used. And see, multi-cloud DevOps registration and first name and last name and email ID and some of the messages unsubmitted. This one, this one, copy this one, paste it here. And now success message. That's why create a file success.html. This file, thank you message and some CSS colors, and here submitted has been received. We will approach your feedback. Copy this one, paste it here. Now deploy this one. And now Once test it, if anything is wrong, it will get the message. Yeah, now just test it. Okay, test, test. Sorry, test and test it. See, 500, no errors, no HTML methods, everything is good. Now you can create API key, API gateway. Click on the new tab. Now create API key. Okay. Yeah, here opens. Okay. Create API. Okay. Here REST API. Select REST API. Build. Type any name. I'm choosing for Lambda and leave it as everything as a default and create API and create method for get method and post method. First we will create get method and here select Lambda proxy integrations like send the request to your Lambda function. Select here our Lambda function name is h1 and everything is leave it as default and create a method. Okay, create one more method, that's post method and create method. And now deploy the API. New stage. Now I am deploying the dev environment and choosing dev and deploy. And this is the URL. Copy this one, paste it here. This is the registration form or the anything. Like if you fill the details, it automatically stored to the MongoDB. Open MongoDB. Now I will fill some details. See, thank you. And this thank message. These details automatically stored to the MongoDB. In MongoDB, table is H1. Go to the explore things. Here, explore things. See, just this mail ID here, mail ID and name and hi, my name is Ishwat. The user has filled these details, it automatically submits. And if you want to save the save and close and whatever you want to do, you want to do. Like if any message send the request continuously, you will get the notifications here. Like you can usually implement here also. Simply like you can take my code and copy your portfolios or websites or whatever even this is in the registration forms or whatever you want to take my code and you can implement it. And this is entirely in serverless applications. It's entirely serverless. It's a free and use. If you didn't get any bill for the MongoDB Lambda and API gateway, you can use this one. This is the architecture and I already given a code. I will give the GitHub repository and this repository. If you are stuck anywhere, you can use it. And see, I'm with screenshots also I given. And I hope you got it and do the practice. And if you're successfully deployed, and post it in LinkedIn and tag me and tag my YouTube channel. And, and thank you. Bye bye. Subscribe our YouTube channel.